Nocturnal, and today we are going to be talking about my open relationship. Now, this channel is actually going to be about open-mindedness and free living and normal openness type of things. My open relationship is just going to be part of it. But I wanted to start here because it is such a huge start to where my openness journey began. And I'm actually really excited to talk about it today. So if that's your jam, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Be one of the first people to follow me along on this journey. Come hang out with me. Why not? Come hang out with me. It'll be so much fun if you like that. Anyway, so with all of that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. So I have been married for 10 years and I've been in the same relationship with that man for 11 years. And we started out as a Christian monogamous couple. And here we are 11 years later, not Christian at all, completely left the church, and on our own journey, on our own path, doing our own thing, and 100% open, as well as living a very alternative lifestyle. So things look very different, and we've seen each other through a lot of different things, and we've hung on for dear life the whole time. We've been stupidly happy together. We got married way too young. I don't recommend it, but it worked out for us. And we're still together and we're still happy and things are good. We were monogamous for 6 years. Now, during that time, during that 6 years of monogamy, it never really truly resonated with me. Monogamy was not something that I super wanted to do. I wasn't sad about it. I lived a very happy life and I was completely okay with the fact that I was monogamous, but it just didn't resonate with me. And it's so funny because through conversations with my husband, I don't want to speak for him. He has his own thoughts, his own feelings, and maybe I can get him on here to do that. But he actually said that through that time, he didn't mind it at all. He loved being monogamous. This didn't bother him a bit. It resonated so well with him. And it's really funny to hear that contrast and where we landed, how that worked out. It was very, very interesting. But 6 years ago, not 6 years ago, sorry, a few years ago, when I was like, you know what, this doesn't resonate with me anymore. And we had left the church and we had been gone for a while, and I had been on my own journey of figuring out what I believed truth to be, and we had been working really hard on our relationship, on our financial situation, on life in general, right? We were just kind of picking up the pieces from what we thought life was going to be, and it didn't end up being that. And I did not start with, hey, babe, let's have an open relationship. That wouldn't have gone over very well. Also, I didn't know that I wanted that. I wasn't really sure that that was something that I could handle. I didn't know what that would look like. I didn't know if I could handle my own jealousy or my own hurt feelings. I had no clue. And so I went to him and I was like, hey, babe, how do you feel about threesomes? And he was like, yes, 100 times over, yes. Why would I say no to that? Yes, I want to do that. And then it was, okay, well, how do you feel about swinging or wife swapping? And then it kind of morphed into, okay, we're doing really well with this. How do you feel about having these experiences separate from one another? And we just sort of stair-stepped our way into it. It was so funny because the whole time we were just radically communicating, radically opening ourselves up and deciding what we wanted and deciding what was going to work best for us and fighting against the programming we had from when we were children. And it was a really intense journey. There were some really hard moments, but there were a lot of really delicious good moments, and we both grew so much through this experience. It was absolutely insane. To where we are now. And now we are very, very open, and we do have rules for one another, and we do have rules that kind of protect our relationship, but where we landed is uneven. And this makes people very, very uncomfortable. It's tit for tat sort of idea But the thing is, we created rules for ourselves and for our relationships that worked well for us and that made sense for us. We weren't looking for anyone to say that it was okay. We weren't looking for approval. We were just doing what worked well for us. And we didn't have any labels at that time. And still to this day, we don't really use labels. I could tell you what they are because now I'm more well versed in the open community and like the polyamory community and things like that. But we weren't. We were just thinking of things that worked well for us and what we wanted and what we wanted out of life. And so my husband now has, I guess you would call them friends with benefits. They like go on cute little dates and they sleep with one another and they have so much fun and it's really, really just enjoyable for him. It's really excitable for him. But he knows that those relationships are not going to go any further than that. And they know that those relationships are not going to go any further than that. And that was his doing. He did not, or I did not place that boundary on him. He did. He said, look, I don't think that I can divide my attention that way. I don't think that's something that I'm capable of. I don't think I can give you the same love and adoration that I do now if I also had other people that I was doing that for. So I don't want to go that far. And he's completely free to go do whatever he wants within those boundaries. Now, if he ever wanted to change that, I would be open to it. All he would have to do is talk to me. But because that's the rule, that's the rule. He doesn't have other relationships. And I don't want him to have other relationships because that's where I'm comfortable and that's where our relationship is right now. That's how we keep ourselves safe. Again, if he ever wanted to change that, all he has to do is come talk to me. I, however, am looking for another long-term partner. Looking is probably a pretty strong word. I'm allowing another long-term partner to come into my space. And he loves this. He absolutely loves this. This was something he was like, yes, I'm for it. You do you. I love this for you. Here's what I need from you. Here's what I need from you no matter what. And so I have my rules. Now, I don't really have a lot of casual flings. I don't really sleep around very much. It's just not my jam. It's just not my jam. Especially right now, I'm really heavily focused on my career and I'm really heavily focused on like financial stability as well as like getting myself to the place that I want to get. And I'm not really all that interested in romantic relationships either. There's a few situations, one in particular, that I'm like, this could be a thing. This could be a thing, maybe. But I'm not really holding out hope for that. I am so focused right now on my career and I'm so focused on my relationship and where I'm going and what I'm doing that the idea of bringing something new into it is a little bit overwhelming. But ultimately, we're just very open. We don't have a lot of rules. There's not very many because we just want each other to live so openly and so passionately and be so stupidly and incandescently happy with their life that nothing else matters. Yeah, this is just kind of a really good brief overview of our relationship and where we're at right now. Some of the next videos to come are going to be ways of making an open relationship work and then going a little more in depth on that and my philosophy behind being open, things like that. Stay tuned. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them below so that I can go through those and I can make sure that I'm answering your questions and I know what it is that you guys want from me. Until next time, y'all have a beautiful, amazing, wonderful day.